Hello, chat. Hello everyone. Yo. How we doing, Dragon Man? Let's go. How we doing, Craig? I wasn't actually going to stream today just because of, yeah, what we were talking about earlier, Craig, or this morning. But I decided, you know what? Main account needs some more loves. Hello, Alish. Hello. We're back. Fuck yeah, we got that Friday feeling. Let's go. Actually, forgot it was Friday today. Friday vibes, yeah. That's the only downside of doing like sim racing as a job. Kind of lose track of the weekends, especially when the schools are off this week. So I've not been doing the school run, so you just completely forget. Yeah, done a warm-up lap, 27.1 on lap 2, that is. Yeah, silence, it's not great, is it? I've kind of gotten on top of it now. I've figured out a couple things that help, so. Yeah, but like lap 1 of the race, it's very sketchy, especially sector 1 Flugplatz. After you get through Flugplatz, it's okay. The sector 1's very scary, just with the way the suspension's set up. Like if you catch one of the curbs wrong, it can just snap on you. Yeah, you look at the dock, it's like a scary movie, I know. The whole thing's backwards. But yeah. Someone I know has spoken to the person who made the setup, and they basically admitted they didn't really know what they were doing. They don't know how the bump rubbers work. So that explains a lot, I think. They basically just set it and hoped it was okay, and then they increased the rear toe to try and create a bit more stability, which, yeah, just a bit silly really. Craig with the 30 consecutive streams. What the fuck? That's crazy, man. Thank you for the support. Can't be right, setups made by professionals. Wow. If that's what they're saying, then they're using the term professional very loosely. I'll say that much. That's what Irison tell you every time. Yeah, wow. They're using that term very loosely. Didn't say professional setup. Oh yeah, true. That's very true. Details matter, right? Right then. Just waiting for the race button to pop up, then we'll get in. First race of the day. Plan is to do 2 races, so this one and the next one. And then, yeah. Flavored Air, that's the one. The performance stick. I really want to see professional calculations in their brand new fuel cap. Yeah. Yeah, I have doubts. I have doubts initially about the fuel calculator. Because I know for a fact the auto fuel feature so far doesn't work great. I've never used it. But I mean, if they just copy caps, they're fine, you know? If they can like build into the fuel calculator to where it can predict what the GTPs are going to do in like multi-class races, like what the faster classes are going to do and how it's going to influence your fuel number, then that would be good. Because a lot of times you get like false readouts and stuff with fuel calculators if you don't know exactly how many laps it's going to go and things like that. It can create some difficulty. Alright, Niels is in here again. I think for fuel calc, I would run 2 for a while just to make sure. Yeah, for sure. Have the iRacing one and then caps just as like a safety blanket. Quite a little bit misty out here. Feels very grippy. Feels very grippy actually. That curb there that scares me on the fix it. Thank you for the follow. Hopefully it's great, we can drop all the overlays. Yeah, I mean, honestly, like as soon as iRacing... Oi! All I need from iRacing is like the standings at the top left, like we have with caps. And then the wind indicator. If they can add in their own wind indicator, then boom, that's it. I can stop using caps. I don't need it anymore. Because the overlay definitely does have a slight effect on performance. And the sooner I can stop using them, the better. Yeah, thanks Angelo, yeah. Pretty happy with that lap, to be honest. Bits of time here and there, but there always is during a Nords quality lap. Hey Aaron. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, welcome on into the stream everyone. Hopefully you're all doing well. Hello Johan. Gotta say that check mark looks pretty good next to your name, sir. Congrats again. I want to be like you when I grow up. I think this is the same wind direction as Quali, no? Oh no, Quali's an east wind? I don't want to be French when I grow up, no. No offense. I just want to have the blue check mark and 11k I rating. The check mark I can probably get this year if I push hard enough, but the 11k, I don't know if there's enough hours in the day for me to do that. That's definitely not the same wind as Quali actually, it's completely different. And Quali's east wind, this is south, so... Yeah, Johan's cooking, man. He's embraced the full-time streamer. He's got the foot... Oh, the foot cam, and now the blue check mark on top. Yeah, I thought it was east wind, yeah. Never mind then. See what we can do with south. Oh, that's minus safety rating already. Nice. I never thought I'd lose an A499 at Nords, but this layout with the CPI calculation is brutal. Yeah, I like south winds. These are quite nice. It's the one where you have a tailwind into Moot Curve I'm not a fan of. I think it's west. West is not nice. So plus 24 for a win. We're probably looking at like plus 15 for a P2 then. Plus 18 if we're lucky. We'll try and break the grip up ASAP. It'll probably just be us and Niels left over. I doubt I'll be able to drop Niels. He was pretty quick last night when we raced, so. But let's see. Let's see. Never know. Yeah, how's everyone's Friday going so far? Any good plans for the weekend? Oh, also turns out my son doesn't have chicken pox. He woke up this morning and most of the spots are gone again. So, we don't really know. Don't know what's up with him. Seems slightly better today than he did yesterday, but still not 100%. He sure is, Craig. And we're all along for the ride.
Green flag, next time by. Line up on the right side. Pit road is closed.
Hello, hello. Welcome on in. Does Niels realise that's protestable? Hey, thanks for the follow. Welcome on in. You're not allowed to drive ahead of the safety car to like save fuel or tire warmers and shit like that. I had it before when I used to race ovals years ago. There was someone drove ahead of the pace car. Like they held down the clutch to save fuel when the caution came out and they rolled right past the safety car. Just kept rolling with the clutch down and then waited for the safety car and they got protested and banned for a week.
Green, green, green.
Yeah. You're not allowed to just drive way ahead of the safety car and use it to save fuel or do any weird shit. Oh my. Yeah, it does make sense, yeah. We used to do it all the time, like the safety car would come out and then you would just hold the clutch down, and like remember I was racing IndyCar years ago. You would hold the clutch down and just roll right through the safety car, and you'd save an extra bit of fuel, and then you just crawl and let it catch back up to you. But then iRacing started banning people for it, so we all had to stop. Rip. I think he's still just about got draft. I don't know what the draft range is in GT3, to be honest. I think it's at 1.2. Between a second to 1.2, somewhere in there. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's somewhere around there though, Christoph, I think. I know I'm pretty quick after. Yeah, he's pulling a little bit on me down the straight here, so he's definitely still in draft range. See if we can drop him after the carousel. It's my strongest section, I think, so. Yeah, let's see, Craig. There we go. guys will massacre the Mustang even more with this Mustang Cup. It's just Nords, that's all. Yeah, I think we're just out of draft range here, 1.2, which is good. Keep our heads down, focus up. Nearly there. Come on. Yeah, he's still got a draft there. He's fucking pulling 210s down that straight. Oh, it's frustrating. Fuck's sake. Still just got a little slither of draft. I can pull like 0.2 to 0.3 in the carousel onwards. And then that at the start of the lap he's a little bit stronger than I am. Pretty close though. And then up that main straight. In the middle of the lap he's just pulling a little bit back.
One more lap to win.
I'm not losing a tenth in sector 1. Man. Yeah, he's well in draft range now. There we go. Brilliant. Okay, I think we're safe now. Had a couple sectors.
Running low on fuel, we should be able to make it to the end.
Yeah, I think we're good. Yes, sir. Still unemployed. Working on some stuff in the background, though. Got an announcement coming in the next week or two about, not a team, but yeah, some cool stuff I'll be doing. And the search for a team is still on at the moment. Again, I'm working on something at the moment. Probably start working on that fairly soon. I'm making some moves. Whoa. This is the Ringmeister series. So this week it's GT3's fixed setup. Alright, let's go.
You won.
Managed to keep him just far enough away. Yeah, GG's, GG's. Yeah, plus 24 is good. We will take that. Oh, I forgot to sign up for quali. Bro, what a race. Rear pushes on. iRacing. If I'm hitting R to reply to someone, how is that an unknown driver? Fix your fucking chat system. Jesus Christ. Game is horrendous. Yeah, chat system built in 2008. Last lap carousel. Let's see what happened then. Oh dear. Giga setup. Yeah, good race, mate. Oh my, this is a bit of a gaggle. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh no. Oh no, he's gone bowling. Oh. Thanks for the follow. Oh, come on in. You're sweating so much. I'm actually okay so far. I didn't sweat too much in that one, thankfully. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh shit, no! The one Ferrari. Was always so tight with draft, yeah. I hate this chat, the PM driver, your PM driver is not available, he's not available, why let me message him in the first place, it's so stupid. Yeah, I know. It's a terrible system. R was always reply and it always worked, and then since they've changed something with the chat, where pressing R and then typing a message doesn't reply to anyone. Nikolai with the raid, thank you very much. Giga raid, let's go. Uh-oh. Oh yes, iRacing. Look at the net, massive net codes. Is this guy Korean? No, okay, so these guys live probably like, what, 3 hours away from each other? There's the first one. Nice. There's the second one. And there's the third one. How is there 3 net codes in one crash? Holy fuck. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Oh, rejoin. Opa! Oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh dear. Oh, the other guy got collected as well. So, he dodges one. Not the second one. Holy shit. Thanks for the follow, welcome on in. Oh my god, this guy got wiped out on the rejoin. Is there anything he could have actually done here? Is this a bad rejoin or is it just unfortunate? Bit of both. You let go of the brakes. It was at a really bad angle to start though, like that barrier pushes you right back over. Yeah, you probably could have held the brakes a little bit longer and tried to... But then when you brake on the grass it doesn't really turn, so... He's trying. There was at least an attempt made. I think that was everything. Who was it said they almost died on the last lap? Pablo? What happened to you, mate? Let his family know he ain't coming home from that, yeah. Oh, you said last carousel, didn't you? The mini carousel. Yeah. Oh, good save. Yeah, that's horrible when it does that. Are you car number 18, Nikolai? Oh, is this you? Nikolai Ryertson? Ah, okay. That's so rough. Oh, the car like bottomed out. Ah. Yeah, I mean, maybe could have held the brake a bit longer to like not run that far wide, but also you didn't really affect him. Like he sort of came through fine. It was you got the worst end of the stick. So I don't know. Lessons learned. Thankfully nobody else was affected by it, so alright, let's see the results. Plus 25. We take those. We take those. Very good, very nice. And we sign up for the next one. This is why we love Ringmeister. Races every hour. Constant action. If iRacing would have just delayed quali like 5 minutes, so that you didn't have to sign up for quali as you're in the actual race session, that it would be perfect. Would be absolutely perfect. If it was like 35 past, would be no problem. Yeah, that's the problem, Craig. Yeah, I'd rather not do IMSA fixed and IMSA open back to back to back. Yeah, they should add session queue. That would be a game changer for sure. Like having to like forfeit from races and then sign up for other stuff, like a bit of a pain in the ass. Especially like if you were to forfeit, if I was to forfeit from one of these races, sign up for quali and then have like an internet dropout or something, I can't get back into the race at that point, you know. So it's a bit risky. Season 4 2035, yeah. Yeah, probably. You know what Iris is like. Yeah, I'm not sure actually. I'm not sure. I saw iRacing brought in like 2 new staff members in their like blog posting. You're gonna actually pull that up real quick. We'll have a quick look at it. Someone post a link in my Discord or no? Yeah, they did. From big studios. Oh, so it's like, thank you. It's pretty established people then. Yeah, I mean this is like nothing really. Whatever. This would be dead in a week. This is already dead. BMW Hybrid Evo, that's cool. Sellotape being added to the front of the E-Cup, cool. And something to the IR18, cool. What the fuck? Yeah, Borg, yeah. What a question, yeah. What the fuck is that? Yeah, Ford is the best car here, yeah. Never heard of this. No idea what this is. So they're saying... Yeah, this is the bit that I didn't understand. So, are they saying that there's another update coming to GT3 and GTP? Like, obviously they made initial updates to these 2 classes of cars, but they've further refined them for Season 3. Does that mean there's another update coming? How much for you to stop vaping? Oh, nothing ideally. Everyone's got a vice at the end of the day, right? That's what it is. Yeah, I don't understand this line of the... Yeah. So we're seeing an ABS and TC tweak. It could be interesting. These are good changes. These are cool. This looks good. Hoping it works well. This is another good one. A lot of really good changes coming, to be honest. Yeah, and like the updated relative where you can see like what tires people are on. I don't know if there's a picture of it here. No, it's not on here. Yeah, the pit limit's a good one as well, actually. Yeah, stop all this bullshit of turning the limiter off and driving through and 1 or 2 Ks over, and then at some tracks like Daytona you can enter like 40 kph over the limit, and the detection point's way further down than the actual cones. Yeah, the multi-class start's another one. That's a really, really good change from iRacing. An incident tracker. Yeah, that's a good one. Like showing wet or dry tires. So it's basically they're basically copying caps, which is good. Is Race Labs just obsolete now? I wouldn't say it's obsolete. No, I mean all these different overlay things still have their uses and their stuff like that, but yeah, I mean for me personally, if iRacing can introduce what caps has, I'll stop using caps straight away. If it's got the fuel calculator and it's accurate, if it's got the standings overlay at the top left, it's got the relative with the tires and the I rating and the gains that people can make and shit, then I would just use that. Yeah, I like how Caps looks. I like the layout and everything. It's like easy to understand. But at the end of the day, if iRacing can have the same features, I'd rather just use the UI, the inbuilt UI rather than a third-party software, because it does have like a really small performance hit. So they should be able to, Craig. It shouldn't be difficult. Exactly, engine. Yeah, if it's built into the game, then you're going to get better performance, right? Any kind of third-party software has a small hit on performance. The last one that I really liked, yeah, the pit speed enforcement. That's a great change. Really good. Multi-class starts, amazing. That's been needed for a long time. And something about like the multi-threading on CPUs. Yeah, multi-threading roadmap. This, I know it's not coming out for season 4, but yeah, they're looking to increase the physics tick rate, which is a huge one. That should allow us to have more complex physics. Hopefully that means that the cars handle better and more in line with real life. And yeah, maybe on Beast PC small, but on my 4060 I lose at 20 FPS with track map on all cars. Yeah, that I have a pretty strong PC, but I can't render. If I want to stay locked at 165 FPS or whatever, I can't render all the cars, and then when I do that, Caps overlay gets all fucked up. When I want to do like the race replay review and see all the crashes, I can't see the back half of the field. When I was doing IMSA last week, I couldn't see, or 2 weeks ago, I couldn't see the LMP2s on the relative to know if they were going or not. So I was having to really wait on the starts and try and just guess. So yeah, I'm hoping that the multi-threading improves performance and we can run more cars without having as big a performance hit. Because at the moment, like, I'll drop from like 180 FPS to like 100, and if I check like the performance tab on Task Manager, the GPU's at like 80%, the CPU's at like 20%. It's not using any of the CPU whatsoever. So I've got like that 9800 X3D Ryzen 7 thing. The CPU just doesn't get utilized at all. It's all, it ends up being like a bottleneck. Yeah, exactly, engine. Yeah, I had it in the first race or two, where the GTPs weren't like rendering whatsoever, so the fuel, it was saying I was like a lap short on fuel. But obviously I'd done my research and I knew how many laps the race was going to go, so that was fine. I knew it was going 6 laps. But for someone who didn't know that, they would have been fucked because the other cars aren't rendering in. Like, it should just be bog standard to where all the cars are rendered in, and they shouldn't slam performance as hard as they do. Yeah, Shragan, man, it's so frustrating when you can't see what's going on. Like, especially if you want to do like post-race reviews and watch all the crashes and things like that. Just can't do that. There's so many downsides to not being able to render more cars. To tell you where all the cars are at all times without killing the PC. Yeah, for sure. If I had max cars that high on it, I just had red CPU and blinked out for everyone. Couldn't do any enduros until I figured out that was why. Yeah, I mean, you see it quite a lot of times where like all the cars disappear for everyone. And they just keep driving as normal because they can't see anyone, and they end up killing like 10 people, and then they get banned for it. Because apparently people get suspended for that kind of shit, which I don't understand. You can't see how you're meant to know where the other cars are. Obviously don't just fucking floor it and go. Like, try and stay in and around the pace speed that you were at, or, you know, if it happens on lap 1, then what are you meant to do? Yeah, you could pull over and stop, I suppose, but you're probably going to hit someone in the process no matter what. Oh wow, that's a weird one, engine, yeah. You could see everyone but they couldn't see you. Fuck, that's crazy. Hey Vor, thanks for the follow. Hello Carl, how we doing? Yeah, thankfully you got that fixed, yeah. That's not a good problem to have. Not at all. Right, how long have we got to the race? 12 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, I've got like minimum cars rendered just because I want as much FPS as possible. Yeah, doing good, mate, doing good. Thank you very much for asking. Yeah, the pit lane thing is going to be hard for people to adjust to, I think. Especially if it's as strict as iRacing are saying it's going to be. You know, like we're, you know, being on the limiter and just going like that, like downshifting, will give you a penalty. You know, if you go half a K over straight away, it's a black flag. That's going to be harsh, because there's going to be a lot of people that are going to do that. Or they're going to downshift. Because they realise they're in the wrong gear, and boom, black flag. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that all pans out. But overall, it's I like what I'm seeing from iRacing. Like it's on the surface, it looks like good changes. I've just got to hope that they're implemented properly and everything works. Yeah, it should be a nice little quality of life update, hopefully. Looks like they're addressing some problems that have been around for a while. So it's good to see. And then this new graphics engine, this Spark thing. I'm looking forward to seeing more of that. Providing it doesn't nuke performance, which I suspect it might. But can only hope it doesn't. Yeah, I think for us faster guys, yeah, it's going to be tricky to manage, especially in like special events where, you know, before obviously we maximised the entries, but we knew there was a bit of margin to go over. But now that there's absolutely no margin, it has to, you have to be perfect. You know, like one mistake where you know, let's say you come in and it's like a third gear entry to pit lane, or second gear, and you downshift to first, right before you turn in for your pit box, and boom, penalty. Race, you know, whole event's done for you and the whole team. That's going to be, yeah, that'll be a hard one to swallow if that happens. Oy. Nice.
Your car looks fine. No damage to report.
Got away with it. Cars are still a little bit cold there. Yeah, if it can get the CPU usage up, so that's a big game changer for sure. Take some load off the GPU. Or at least just give us more performance, you know. That's the big one.
Got a car on the left, clear on the left.
Quite bumpy on the inside there actually. Oh. Yeah, the new engine should sort that out, yeah. Yeah, provided it's optimised properly. If we can get better visuals and better optimisation, then yeah, iRacing have not blown it out of the park, you know. Like, especially for like wet weather stuff, we need better optimisation for wet. That's one of the reasons why rain is so dead, I think. It's just because the performance is... Like, no one wants to do a race with 30 FPS, right? Just unenjoyable. Some people don't race just because it is more difficult and just don't like it. But there's definitely some that just don't race because they physically can't. Like, their PC just starts melting. And then you go look at your, you know, your performance stats on your PC, and it's not even... You know, if you look at the percentages, it's not even being pushed. But yeah, your performance is crap. I'm trying to read chat as best I can here, but... No, thanks for the follow, Lee. Well, come on in. appreciate all the messages, guys. I'm trying to get caught up in between the corners, but it's a bit tricky. Today I will get 3000 MHz RAM from a friend as an upgrade. Corner. Hopefully we'll help that out. Since it uses CPU more than everything. Yeah. I think I'm on 64 gig of RAM in this PC. I think. I've got like a 4070 Super from MSI. Yeah, I got this before the RAM prices went to Mars. Get 144 locked and dry and 110 something in the rain. Yeah, I'm like 180. I mean, I've capped mine at like 183, and I stay like locked to that for the most part. But then in the rain it drops like 120, but it feels like 40. I don't know what it is with iRacing. You have like a mini little micro stutter and it just feels terrible. Yeah, difficult track to reach at for sure. The dotting goes great, because you got like a minute to read chat, but then it goes straight back into the twisty stuff again and you're like, ah shit, can't read it anymore. Oh, the frame times. Oh, is that what causes that then? Like when I have like a small FPS drop of say like 10 FPS, but then the whole game is just like freezing. Like a micro stutter in iRacing feels so much more harsh compared to other games. If I'm playing Truck Sim, I can't tell if I'm at like 100 FPS or 50, you know? It still feels quite smooth. And then you hop on iRacing, I'm at, you know, 150 FPS and it feels like I'm on 40. And the game is like stuttering and micro freezing all the time, like it's so frustrating. The Warthog does sometimes get 144 locked, like 130, 1% low. Oh, right, okay. Hey Valorium, yeah, thank you. Doing our best, doing our best. So like, the 1% low drops too much. So are you saying that like, you know, the FPS will be displaying, say it's like 144 consistently, right? And then you have a small FPS drop and it's dropping to like, during the drop it's averaging like 110, but like the 1% drop is dropping to like 40 for like a frame or two. So that's why you can't see the frame rate drop that far down, but it still happens. Yeah, okay. That makes sense then. I'm pretty like stupid when it comes to that stuff. I don't really know much about it. I've heard of like frame times and stuff, and I figured that's kind of what it meant, but yeah, I'm not very clued up on all that stuff. The counter's like an average. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, because that's kind of like what I feel like is happening. Like when you have a slight drop, it feels very severe, but the frame counter will never like, it will never show it. It would never say like 40 FPS, and then you look at, you know, your task manager to look for like a peak or a spike or a drop in something, and everything just looks normal, but the game is just looks terrible. Whoa! Whoops. I feel like my GPU gets used quite a lot in iRacing. I get quite high GPU usage. Hey, thanks for the follow. Yeah, you usually do want your GPU as a bottleneck, yeah. I feel like my GPU sits at like 80 to 90% usage. Sometimes it gets to 100. If I like enable all the cars and stuff. Yeah, exactly, yeah, you want all the frames you can get, yeah. I can probably check just now. See what the numbers are saying. It's just the default Ford Mustang livery in iRacing, Dylan. Yeah. It's like if I go cockpit here. If I just like hit cockpit, hit play. That's a 4080 Super I've got, sorry, not a 4070. Yeah, like here. Okay, the CPU is actually getting like 40%, but it's probably because I'm streaming as well. And then GPU is like 60%. Just under. And that's why the frames are like locked. That there, it's probably easier for you guys to see. Yeah, like lower FPS, like it gives you headaches and shit because your brain's trying to like fill in the gaps. Yeah, it will look like that, yeah, just because you're not getting like screen tearing and stuff. No, I'm not saying for anyone yet, Dylan. No, still no news on that, I'm afraid. Trying though. You have to lift for that left-hander. How the fuck do I take it flat?
To everyone in the
when the wind is in a preferable direction and the tires are warm, you can take it flat. The limit is of course meaning the GPU won't need to work as hard. Then you also don't really want variable frames, especially in iRacing, yeah, or in racing. Yeah, it's crazy like the difference if you cap your FPS at 60 and then uncap it. You're on like 144 Hz screens or something. The difference is crazy. And that's why I get so annoyed, because like when iRacing is stuttering and stuff, especially during like a pro race, like during IMSA for example, the performance was horrendous. At Daytona I was getting like 50 to 60 FPS and I had like only half the cars rendered or something like that, and it was just, I started feeling sick during one of the races because it was so bad. I think it was VIR. I started to feel quite sick because the FPS was so choppy. And that's coming from Rensport where the performance was notoriously shit. I came back to iRacing and like since I'd left and came back, the game had gotten like so much harder to run. Like it was so much more taxing. That yeah, it was just really, really difficult. Yeah, exactly, engine, yeah, that's what I want, is just to get off the external software ASAP. But unfortunately for, you know, for viewer pleasure and just overall, you know, stream appearance, you need to run it. Yeah, there's still elements of that 2008 engine in here for sure. So yeah, iRacing is just very far behind the curve, but at least they're working on it. Like this is what I'm saying. Like this upcoming patch looks really good. Like they're working on important things. They're working on optimization. They've got a new graphics engine. You know, they're tweaking away the calculations for ABS TC. They're trying to increase the physics tick rate by multi-threading the CPU. This is all stuff we've been asking for fucking years. And they're actually doing it. Like I couldn't give a shit about new content right now. iRacing has more than enough content. I could go a year with no new content and I would not care. There's more than enough to drive on iRacing that would keep things fresh and entertaining for me. I do not care. I just want the game to run better and play better. I want a better tire model, better better physics across the board, not just GT3, but yeah, we just better tire model, better physics, better ABS, better TC, smoother FPS. You know, but they're taking a big step forward and they are working on that stuff. So I'm hoping in the next 12 months we'll start to see the actual improvements hit, and yeah, by the end of it we'll have a really, really good product again. Because iRacing was great years and years ago, but there's so many things plaguing the sim at the moment that have been plaguing it for the last decade that have just never been tackled. But it seems like they've got a big enough team now to really tackle these things, and they're really focusing on it. So, as I said yesterday, or the day before, iRacing always let me down when I get my hopes up, but I am feeling quite optimistic about this. At least they're trying, right? At least they are trying. But it's taken them long enough, that's all I'll say. So this should have been done years ago. Yeah, exactly, engine. Yeah, if you haven't got overlays and you can't see what position I'm in, what I rating I'm gaining, who I'm fighting, if I'm catching, if I'm dropping back, it's just not enjoyable. Nobody enjoys watching something where they're just confused the entire time. It's like when you watch real life motorsport, like when I tune into like an IMSA race or a WEC race, I'm just confused because I don't know what's going on, what strategy everyone's on, who's fighting who. I'm just like, ah, fuck this, I'll turn it off. Yeah, I can imagine like the work that iRacing are having to do to move the sim forward to like work with more modern technology is incredibly difficult, and that is why it's taken so long. But I do feel like there could have been progress made well before this. Yeah, there's a lot of there's a lot of systems right now that are, you can tell, are still from 2008. And the sooner they can get rid of all that and bring the back end into the modern era, then I think that's gives a lot of potential. I'd like to think they won't release anything until they are 100% certain it's good. Like Rain. You know, Rain has its problems, sure, but you know, they spent ages on it and it is head and shoulders above everything else on the market in terms of wet weather driving. So any big project like that, they do typically take their time with it. Yeah, absolutely, Dara, yeah. Rensport had that one patch where the GT3s felt fucking immaculate, like they were the best GT3s to drive in any sim racing game. And there was like, yeah, one or two blokes working on it. So yeah, iRacing's development speed is very, very slow, and I think they've delayed this as long as they can. But now I think they're at a point where they realise they can't delay it any longer. They need a new engine, they need new graphics, they need new physics, they need everything, you know, they need to keep pushing it forward. Otherwise other games are going to start passing them. As soon as iRacing lose the monopoly, it's GG's. No, he didn't, babe, actually. You can give him some. No, he had some this morning when he got up at like 9, so yeah, he can have more now. Sorry, I forgot to tell you I gave him some this morning. Yeah, he's good to have some now, then he can have another dose before bed, and that'll be him. How's little man doing? Is he okay? Have his spots stayed down? He has a temp again. Man. I feel like LMU pushed them to work on sim overlays. Yeah, potentially, yeah. Yeah, Engine, I saw that, yeah. Rocket League's off to Unreal Engine, right? I'll be done after this race anyway, Bab. I'll come down and give you a hand. switching to Unreal Engine 6 from Unreal Engine 3. Yeah, I don't know what it takes to make those kind of changes, but I imagine
Okay,
it's
bud,
a
green flag, next time
lengthy
by. Line up on the right side. Pit road is
a lengthy
closed.
project. Yeah, it's gonna be a massive overhaul. It's gonna be a massive overhaul for iRacing. Oh, okay, engine, yeah. Well, I'd like to hope so. If it's not, then questions need to be asked, you know? How do you fuck up that bad on your own engine? Alright. 4.3 KSOF. If we can keep her clean. Plus 20. Looking at the gap in quality pace, I'd like to think we can drop this guy. Have a nice chilled race. Vibe with chat. Yeah, it'd be very embarrassing, yeah. Oh, Nad came on. I said I'll be done after this race, so I'll come down and give you a hand. Should be down in about half an hour or so, roughly. This race is 20 minutes, then wrap the stream up. 10, 15, then I'll be down. I need to come and eat anyway, I've not eaten anything today. Again, like a fucking toaster. Hey Craig, thanks for gifting us up to my wonderful missus. For the ad-free viewing, Bab.
Green flag, green flag.
It's 38. Right, okay. At least it's not too high. It's only a slight temp, but yeah. Can't have you getting ads. I hate adverts. Absolutely hate them. Oops. Oh, locked the rears a little bit on the way in there. Woo! Take it easy. Big tailwind. I think I just saw him sliding around behind. So easy to do. "37 races. Fuck yeah. That's not bad. Come on. Get it tomorrow. Babe, can I do a 24-hour stream? I need more than 37. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, I'll do a 24-hour stream, Bab. I got some iRant again. 42. Alright, so if I just don't sleep for 2 days and race every single race, I'll get it in just under that. We also were not able to drop this guy out of the draft. We took it too safe, boys. Too safe. Do a subathon. I think, honestly, with 2 kids and a dog, that's impossible for me to do. Good luck to you, don't be around me. You're not you when you have no sleep. Yeah. I don't have no sleep most days, to be honest. Yeah, I've got a caps widget to see the wind speed and direction, so that going into a corner I can see where the wind's blowing, how hard it's blowing, and then I can like adjust how I'm driving the corner based on that. Because it has such a big effect on how you need to drive the lap. If like going from a tailwind to a headwind in some corners, it's like a 10-meter difference in braking. So you've really got to pay attention to that stuff. If I've got like a crosswind, like here I've got a wind blowing me into the corner, so I know it's going to turn. Then this corner is not going to turn, it's going to understeer a little bit, like that. Then I know just to back the entry up a little bit and just wait for the front. And through here it's a headwind, so it should be quite nice. I'll probably gain time up my quality lap through here. Yeah, slightly. Gain a bit on the exit, just with the extra rotation and stuff, so yeah. I've got it. I like the just off screen. But I can see it out the corner of my eye, so I don't actually need to directly look at it. I can just, like right now I'm looking at where I'm going, but I can see that it's a headwind this whole section. So I know that into here I can push the entry pretty hard, and the car will grip, and through here I'll get a nice chunky rotation as well. And mini carousel, it'll be nice as well, it'll push me into the carousel like that. And then through here it's going to be understeer. Got a crosswind blow me away from the corner, so yep, it's not turning, and then through here it will start to turn when I get the headwind. Right there. Well, I've worked hard on quali Polaris so that I'm not back there. Yeah, it should be an iRacing by default, the wind thing. Fire up a stream on my phone walking the dog. I'm sure the 5 people watching would love to see my dog taking a shit. I think it was like 3.5 seconds engine. Somewhere around there. I forgot to register for the quali. I wanted to do a quali before I left. Just for the shits and giggles. Sorry, don't need to do one. Turn. Thanks for all the follows, guys. Yeah, he's on for an easy 7k here if he can not get killed by Thorsten. Hey, sprints. Well, come on in. Could try and register for the quali as we drive again. I'd rather not crash though. I'd do it down the dotty obviously, but Ooh. Hello. Don't say that engine, because last time someone asked that question, how much do you get if you DNF, I DNF'd. So... and that was when I was at my all-time I rating peak and that happened. And right now I'm at my all-time I rating peak again. So let's not ponder how much I rating I may lose if I crash. I don't want to think about it. No, I just keep on doing quali Polaris just because it's really fun. And if I can be even further ahead of everyone, then it's a nice little flex. It's fixed weather, yeah, for quali. The conditions don't change. I want to go quicker, and I just love hot lapping this place in a GT3. It's some of the most fun you can have on the sim, in my opinion. So. How do you know when you reach the right target braking pressure? It's really just sort of an experience thing, like learning where the limit of the tyre is and where the ABS starts to kick in. You can sort of feel it through the wheel. Like the steering goes just a little bit light and numb. My god, mid curve is scary with this wind. Yeah. It's just sort of practice, to be honest, and experimenting, like, you know, using 5% less peak in certain corners and seeing if you have more grip. Because if you brake too hard and hold too much brake pressure, then you'll overheat the tyre in straight line braking, and then when you turn in, you will just have no grip. It will really understeer, so... You can sort of feel it straight away as well, like as soon as you turn the wheel, the car just feels way more direct. You just feel the front's not sliding. Ooh. A little bit wide. Default is 53. I'm using 51 for race and 49 for quali. Yeah, love it with this setup? Not so much. But I still find it fun. I just find it fun just trying to find time around this place because it's so difficult to really nail a lap, you know, you never really nail one at this place, so...
One more lap to win.
A pretty slow session. Yo, thanks for the raid. Welcome on in, everyone. Stubby, is it Stubby Doo? Or Stubby Doo? Thank you very much. Yeah, Stubby Doo, yeah. How the race has been? Yeah, good, good. First race we managed to pick up a win, so that was good. And then the second one so far all's gone smoothly, yeah. Having a good time, chilling with chat. Doing some tourist laps. Seeing Benica's lap from N24 is what got you into iRacing. Yeah, I think I've saved the replay of the 27.8 that I hit in quali, so providing no one beats it before the end of the week, I'll probably put it up as like a YouTube video, like just a raw hot lap. It's not something I usually do on my channel, but you know, those type of videos typically do quite well, and they might help someone just from watching it. So yeah, got the replay. You can always just fire that up, I suppose, and see how it does. No, I don't use Garage 61 now. I'll make it personal to beat you. That's fair enough. The last 2 weeks I've done Nord stuff, like the GR86 and the IMSA. I was so close to pole and just never quite got there. I'm determined that this is going to be the week that I actually hold pole for the whole week. It's like a little side quest alongside the races, you know. It's fun. This is another reason why I love Nords as well. Like the detached qualies, pretty cool. Because there's always like 2 battles going on, you know. There's people trying to win races, and then after the race you go into quali and you try and improve. There's just always something to be pushing for. Thanks for the follow. Welcome on in. Yeah, the tyre strat's a bit frustrating. I did a run last night and I hit like 2 or 3 mega sectors. Like I pulled almost 3/10 on my PB, but I didn't have enough front temp for sector 1, so I ended up off tracking and losing like 3/10 in sector 1 alone. So it's really tough. Like you can undercook the tyres slightly, deal with a really shit sector 1, but then you've got great tyres for the rest of the lap. But obviously you put yourself on the back foot. Or you can like prep them really hard, have a good sector 1 and then just try and hang on for the rest of the lap. Which is easier said than done. Oh my god. I'm not willing to push it through there at all. No risk. Yeah, learning the best way to like prep the tyres in quali is quite difficult because there's no like, even at the esports level, there's no like right or wrong way of doing it. You know, if you go and watch like the PESC Pro Q stuff that's going on at the minute, everyone's doing slightly different things. The lap times are all pretty fucking close in quali, you know, like they're all within like half a 10 up at the front. Maybe some strats are slightly better than others, but I think a large part of it as well depends on how you drive the car. You know, there's some people who are prioritising front temp over rear, there's others who are prioritising a bit of rear temp over the front. And you know, they can still get time out of it. There's some people who are doing very little warm up and like just driving over curbs. So there's a million different ways to like warm this tyre up. It doesn't really seem like a right or wrong. Which is kind of frustrating, because obviously if you miss it, then you feel like a bit of a dick, but it's also good in the sense that it's not like Break Dragon where you either did it right or you did it wrong, you know? There was no in between. You either had the grip or you didn't. Oh, hello. Is that Josh typing that? You should ask Josh if Dada should do another race. Not that he really knows what that means, but... Uh-oh. Yeah, Josh picks if we race again. Let's go, Josh. Kinda wish for 8 minutes quality you had warmer tyres. I suppose that the technique to... The tyre warmers are fucking useless. You get more heat on your tyres by farting on them than using an iRacing tyre warmer. Do I know Lewis Barlow? I know the name, but I've never spoke to him. Yeah, engine, yeah. I've been saying this the last few days, that tyre warmers should just be like a tick box in the garage next to your tyre compound. You should just be able to enable tyre warmers or disable them. Shouldn't be as complicated as it is.
You won. You are the man.
The tyre warmers should be a lot more. Yeah, starting the tyres at 45C is like ridiculous. Yeah, just get someone out the back to fart on the tyres and then put them in some blankets. Yeah. And they got cold hands, yeah. Oh, Kyle ended up finishing 4th, but I think he still gets... Yeah, he still gets 7k. Yeah, cheers boys, good race, good race. Thankfully didn't need to sweat that one too much. Oh, Ethan Lovejoy, are you blind? Beef! Go! We like that. Let's UG Tim getting 7k. Yeah. Dad is looking up to him right now. Anyone else hit any milestones? Bruckner's almost at 5. Cool. Not really. Not really. 4.2k Eric. Yeah, he's got over 4.2. That's nice. One more race, we're at 9.2. Let's analyse the blindness level. Yeah, I agree. I think we need to have a look at this. Let's have a gander, shall we? Oh, look who it is. Has he come to say hi? We've got a visitor, boys. Come in. You come in. Ah! Who's this? Ah! Hello. Hiya. Standing up. Are you waving? That's you up there. Yeah. You want Daddy's stinky glove? Ooh. Yeah. Oh, he's turning the wheel. Oh, he's actually driving. Yeah. We put you on the big screen. There we go. What's going on? He's actually sitting turning the wheel. That's hilarious. You want to do a lap? We do a 100% FFP challenge, yeah? Is he going to qualify for me? He'll probably go a bit quicker than I will. Polaris, yeah. How's the trail braking? Pretty good. You can't reach the pedals though. Who's that up there? Ah. You saying hiya? Am I finding the new P cup? Not great. What do we think of the new P cup? Josh, do you like the new P cup? No? No, he's not a fan. Can't be bad technically if you can't reach the pedals. Yeah, very true. This is Josh Coxey, yeah, it is Josh. Right, we'll look at the crashes. Have a look at the crashes. Oh, pressed the wrong button. There we go. Right, Josh, who's at fault here? Oh, yeah, that is Red. That is Red's fault. Josh, what do you think of Uncle Johan? No? Cheers! He did cheers instead of cheese. You like cheese? No! Uh-oh. Oh, he's got some suspicious plants on his car. Hold on a minute. What is this livery? Oh dear. Move on to the next one. Oh, it's Nathan again. Oh my god, Nathan's had another spin. It's not going well for him today. Oh no! That is not ideal. Johan, cheese is not a dessert, mate. I'm not having that. Are you actually agreeing with Johan that cheese is a dessert? Oh, you lot can... You can get out. No. Definitely not. Yes. I can't see your message right now. Where? Oh, okay. Don't pull the rim cable. I don't need that broken. Always knew Beth was superior. Nah, man. I'm not having that. Oh, nice bit of netcode. There we go. Adios, amigo. Hello. The whole family's in here now. Hello. Oh dear. Ethan's had another crash. Yeah, everyone's here, Craig, yeah. Oh my god, Bob Marley is gone. It's 4:20 somewhere. God's sake. Right, we need to find Ethan Lovejoy and see what happened to him. Oh, I'm guessing that was it there. It was the last corner crash. His car's toast, yeah. Guessing it's this here. Hola, Nicholas. How's it going? Skies, do you think cheese is a dessert? No? Put it there. Good answer. Ow! You hit me. No, cheese board is not dessert. It is not. Oh, that is a bad move. Yeah, I'm good, thanks, mate. Right. I'll pass you back to Mama, and I can wrap up the stream. Say much we gained. Really doesn't like it. Right, let's see what we've got. Did we gain? Is that my little brother and sister? No, that's my kids, Nicholas. Are you saying bye-bye? Oh, he was enjoying himself too much. No, those are my kids, Nicholas. Right, I'll be down shortly. On you go. Go see Mama. Yeah. There you go. The first family appearance. Right, where's the results? There they are. Plus 20. Let's go. One more race, we're at 9-2, hopefully. But unfortunately today, or right now, we haven't got time. Which is a shame. Yeah, some interesting crashes at the end of that one. The guy in the Bob Marley car got absolutely bulldozed. You just placed P4, got passed on the final straight. How do you avoid that? Yeah, this happened to me a lot this week, Valorium. You're leading the entire way. You got high IR in all basically except dirt oval. Yeah. Yeah, I've done a little bit of everything in my time. I started out doing oval stuff. I think I peaked at like 6280 or something. Then yeah, sports car were at an all-time high. I've never done a Formula race since they swapped the licenses over. I used to be World Championship license of Rallycross, so that's where the iRating came from there. I was farming for Pro Q. Then Dirt Oval, I'm just trash. Like, absolute shit at it. But yeah. At one point I did want to try and go for like the highest combined overall iRating, but then Vazquez has gone pretty nuts recently, so I'm not going to get anywhere near that anytime soon. Race versus Johan in Dirt Road Champ? Yeah, we were teammates. I came in the season after he won the World Championship. I know I need 4K just to match him in a sports car, and then yeah, a lot more iRating across the rest. Yeah, Nicholas, yeah. You'll donate me your 4K. Wow, I'll gladly accept. Gladly accept. What's my setup? How long have you been racing? I'm on full VRS kit. VRS rig, VRS pedals, wheelbase, wheel rim. Triple 27s with a 4-screen at the top. Reading your guys' stuff. And I've been on iRacing for 12 years. Yeah, DFP 20, yeah. 165 Hz screens engine. I'm 28, Nicholas. For FFB. I'm on the old VRS software. Like, I've not updated because I heard it's not brilliant. Oh, Josh has turned my wheel all the way to the left. That would have been awkward if I got in the car and broke my finger. Yeah, I'm on like the old software, so it's still got like responsive 1, all this shit. It's responsive 1, performance slew rate, and then 0% damping, 100% max force. That's basically it. Everything else is default. Do I still look young? Do I not look 28? That was for the loose bolt on my direct drive. No, I haven't. Pizza's ego. How are VRS pedals? Yeah, brilliant. Never had an issue with them. Yeah, the V1s have been bulletproof for me. You would have said 26 max. I'm old, man. 28. I'm not getting any younger. Yeah, the throttle is a little bit light. If I could change one thing, it would be that. It would be the stiffness of the throttle. Yeah, I don't know how much I can say. I'll say it. I've tried the V2s. Unbelievably good. Like, they blow the V1s out the water. Completely. The V2s are ridiculously good. I had an afternoon with them and I loved them. What would be your what would your must-be buys for sports car for someone who's got a C license? Your must-buys if you're C-class. I mean, it depends what you want to do, right? Depends what you want to race. I mean, GT3 is always a safe bet, but there's a lot of GT3s to buy. But you know, that would get your MPR, so you can get your B license, then you can do IMSA and get your A license. So yeah, you got P Cup or GT3 is like the main things. What's stopping me from upgrading? I mean, what do I upgrade to from VRS? I'm not going to drop like 4 grand on semi-cube active pedals. Like, it's all about performance for us, right? Like, am I going to gain a ton of performance for that 4K? Probably not. So. Yeah, I'm not going to see like, I'm not going to gain like 2 or 3 tenths. What's stopping from upgrading to the V2s? Ah, well, they're not released yet. They're not out yet. They're still in prototype phase. So I can't buy them. Yeah, exactly, engine. Yeah, you're as well just getting a new graphics card at that point. You're planning like Mustang GT4 and Porsche Cup mainly, but you're struggling about what tracks to buy. Yeah, I would say to save your money, I would honestly say hold off for the next week or two until the new schedules are released, and then you can see what's coming up next season, and then you can decide. A foot cam. Yeah, it's something I do actually want to do, like a pedal cam. But yeah, it's not at the top of my priority list right now. Yeah, I would hold off for the next couple of weeks, if I'm being honest, and just see what the next season looks like schedule-wise, and then go from there. I was on a 1440p ultra wide, and I went back to 1080p triples, and the difference is like minimal. Week 12, I'm gonna do some IMSA laps, I think. Test for Road America a little bit, but I notoriously hate the track. So yeah, I'll do some laps at Road America, see how the pace is, see if I enjoy the track or not. I'm not a fan. Worst case, it will be GT Sprint at Miami, probably. Yeah, I have got senior now. Yeah, Dad can easily rock up and test the setup out for me. Let me know if it's any good. Right, I'm gonna have to dip because yeah, the dog needs a walk and dinner time is soon. What have I missed while I've been live? Oh, I've had food delivered. Nice. Mrs. has done the shopping. Happy days. Thanks to the followers, guys. Welcome on in. I'm just wrapping up the stream. Yeah, like we normally start prepping dinner at 5 and then eat at 6. So I've got like an hour and 15 minutes. I'll go down and see the kids for a bit, walk the dog, and then by that point, start prepping dinner. By the time it's prepped and we've cooked 4 meals, it's, yeah, near enough 6 o'clock. You have dinner at 9? Yeah, but that's just disgusting, mate, isn't it? You used to slag Alejandro off for having dinner at 10. And you're having dinner at 9. See? Dinner at 6 PM is the perfect time. Have dinner at 4 PM. I would if I could. Gonna try and get the 10k in Miami. Well, good luck with that. I might bump into you. Your girlfriend has Spanish origin, has gone from eating dinner at 7 to 9. Oh, you've allowed her to do that. You've allowed her to ruin dinner time by doing it 2 hours too late. I see, you need to compromise. At least do 8 PM. 8 PM you can get away with. If you're going to like a nice restaurant, sometimes you go a little bit later. You have a slightly later dinner, right? 8 PM is still acceptable. Anytime between 6 and 8 is like, it's fine. Oh, cheers, Nicholas. Yeah, welcome on in. You have dinner at 12 PM. I just have dinner 3 times a day. All 3 meals. Dinner, dinner, dinner. Yeah, Anna had dinner at 10. Yeah, it's the Spanish, like, Portuguese thing. They all have dinner super late. Like, Alejandro used to have dinner at between 10 and 11 PM. Like, we'd all be going off, like, going to get a shower, go to bed, and Alejandro's like, yeah, I'm off to get dinner after a test race. It was like, what the fuck? It's so opposite. Literally just sitting here chatting away to you guys and, yeah, not even paying attention to the time. Normally everyone starts leaving after the race, but we've kind of hung around a little bit. Yeah, siesta at 2 p.m. That's it. That's why. Rather than work, Spanish people just go to sleep for like 2 or 3 hours, and then that's why everything after that is pushed back 2 or 3 hours. Yeah, dinner after 8 p.m. just feels horrible. Just feels weird. That's why I don't really like waiting until the kids go to bed to eat. Like, it's nice because you can actually have a relaxing meal without having kids crying or whinging or running around the place while you're trying to eat. But you finish dinner and then you look at the clock, like, fucking hell, it's like 8:30, 9 p.m. So, normally by that point I'm trying to get back in the rig at like 8:30, 9 o'clock to do some laps or stream or something like that, you know? Yeah, like between 7 and 8 is acceptable, right? If you're waiting for someone to come back from work and they're working late, that's completely fine. Yeah, eating dinner as a family is very important. It's one of the... I was brought up on that, you know, as a family we all eat dinner together. You have maybe the odd night where you're having separate meals and, you know, maybe once a week you wouldn't eat as a family, but yeah, my parents were very, very big on that. Shut up, Johan. Shut up, Beth. The Perry. Fuck's sake. We're gonna have to end the stream now. That's it. Stream's done. Yeah, like if you're working a job where you finish at like 6 p.m, not getting home till 7, then it's tough. Ah, nice. Yeah, I love a good barbecue. Mate! Fuck off, Pete! Can I time this guy out? Can I time out a mod? Fuck's sake. Hmm? Don't you come in here and start, oh for God's sake, I'm surrounded by children. Right, okay, you're banned. Get out. I'm getting fucking trolled. Elbow bumped the keyboard, yeah. I'm sure you did, mate. Because of you lot, I've just had Skylar run in and start doing it right in my face. Fuck's sake, man. Oh. My wheel fell off my desk. That was one of the best excuses ever. That was one of the best things ever. Big Scotty Mac. Yeah, these SOFs are falling off, boys. Josh done it. Yeah, I said blame Josh. Blame Josh. Yeah, it was a mental soft for Nerb, yeah. 9-7. Yeah, it's just because it's a team event, right? Like, team events will always tank a little bit compared to the solo stuff, like Peskin and things like that. Yeah, this was my peak for overlay rating, I think, was back here. 62, 86. Then I got back up to 62, 68. And then I think I got crashed out of an Indy 500. I want to get back into oval though. Like, next season I want to try and do some oval stuff during like dead sports car weeks and try and do like a road to 7k on oval. So all this was all IndyCar. I got to like almost 6.3 with IndyCar, and then I switched to NASCAR and dropped to 5.8, all the way down to 5.6, and then kind of gradually built it back up, doing like Indy 500s and things like that. I fucking hate this song. I'm gonna change my OBS so I can listen to operated music and not get striked. I can't stand this anymore. Yeah, I've tried the new Cup cars a couple times, just like 5 laps in test drive, and wasn't a huge fan, to be honest. No, you can get strikes on Twitch, Adam. Plus, whatever I stream, whatever goes up on Twitch goes up on YouTube, and I can't afford to have strikes on YouTube. Yeah, you have to remove the VOD, yeah, on Twitch. And I'd rather not have to remove stuff off YouTube or have VODs go unmonetized. Not that they make much money anyway, but like it's, you know, it adds up. Yeah, Craig, we'll get it set up. Yeah. Yeah, Craig and I have been killing it recently. I mean, mainly Craig. He's got the bot set up on my Discord server. It's all getting professional and shit now. Yeah, it's all kicking off, man. Okay. Yeah, I'll do that then, Engine. Yeah, have a look into that. Oh, the MSA 23 schedule from Engine. Nice. Let's go. Roll that down. Have a look at this. Right, so Watkins, obviously for the Watkins 6, fair enough. Yeah, I think it's an OBS setting engine, so whatever you set for Twitch, it was set for YouTube as well, so it'll work. So Watkins, good. Twin Ring, Spa, good. Mosport, Interlagos, good. Road America, good for participation, I don't like it though. Monza's good. Fuji Outer? What? Is that the one without the chicane? What the why? This is what's wrong with iRacing. Why Outer? Why? Stop doing stupid fucking layouts for IMSA. Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's just one setting on OBS I need to change, that's all. Daytona's good. VIR, the real life IMSA event, so they're gonna have to put that in. Road Atlanta, Giga, Le Mans. Blech. Then IMSA Endurance. Fine. Right, I better wrap this up because I need to go. I promised I would be done ages ago. And I've sat here waffling, so. Who's live on iRacing? Gladden's paint my car again. Guess we'll do that then. Teach you guys how to paint a car. If you care. Gladden's raided me a couple of times, so we'll return the favour to him. Least we can do. But yeah, enjoy the rest of your Friday, guys. I might be back tonight. I'll see. But yeah, thanks for all the support. Cheers to everyone for watching, chatting, subbing, following, joining the Discord, you name it. All that stuff. Hopefully a YouTube video tomorrow as well. I'm hoping. I'll see how Yesho's getting on. But yeah, thanks again for watching, boys. We'll catch you in a bit.